It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the Bears leader at quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Bears and the Packers, and it's coming up next.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Chicago Bears. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Bridgewater going to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
Holding offense.
Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Bridgewater. This one swung out here to Jones. And Owen coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. Back to throw. Hammond targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he is out of bounds here. 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. The point after is good, and it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. This defense for the Bears, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's an early scrambler can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A good decision in the end to pull up run, gets him 9 yards and a first. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
All start.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
The numbers for Jones last week: 20 carries, 60 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Caught on the right side by Jones. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. On 1st down, Hammond. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Looking to throw. Hammond. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On third down, Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Boswell's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hammond. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Touchdown, Bears! A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Bridgewater now. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And on the next-gen stats, it shows he clocked in at 18 miles an hour. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Hammond. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Hammond. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. George Pickens from 4 yards out. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First down, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. Catch made by Slayton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, Bridgewater. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 2nd and goal, Bridgewater. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. Devontae Parker, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take more for them not to make the playoffs. They're certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Let's go now. Ready.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down. Hammond. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line between being
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often. But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater drops it to Jones in the flat. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, Hammond. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 39, Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Hammond. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Bears.
Back to throw again. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Hold the stick.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, Hammond. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many plays, goes for a first down. Operating from the gun. Hammond. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 10 yards out. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just about on his own goal line. And taken right on the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, Dortch. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Here's Bridgewater. Tunyon's got it on the out route. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Bridgewater. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your line and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
It's complete to Cole. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Hammond. His pass caught at the 4. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their... And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
A try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Bridgewater. A check down here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll throw again, Bridgewater. And he is going to have the Packers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.